Hi, this is Kathy with City Farmhouse Studio, and today I want to talk to you about some bind-offs on the knitting machines. You've cast it on, you've knit your garment, here's some bind-offs to use so that you can find the perfect one for the project you're working on. So once you begin your projects, we've gone through the cast-ons, all the different methods that I've used most often, and now you're to where you need to bind off. So here are some options, and we'll show you in combination with the cast-ons so you can decide, if the pattern doesn't tell you, what would be best for what you're working on. So the first one is called a gathered cast off. And what you do is once you finish your last row, you take a section of yarn to leave before you trim your yarn off. And then you want to take your tail and thread it onto a needle. And then all you do is you move your fabric back behind the latches. So once your needle is threaded, you move your working yarn back behind the latches. You just go in through the loop of each needle, each stitch, pulling it off. You're gathering your stitches that are still left on work onto your tail end of the yarn. And pull all that through. And there is your gathered edge. It looks very similar to your every other needle cast on. So the next bind off would be with your transfer tool bind off. And what you do is, before you even cut your yarn, you take the stitch on the side of that yarn still in work and move that over one needle. Pull both of those loops back behind your latch, and then you're just going to knit that one off. So now you have a new loop on your needle. Then you take that loop off, place it onto the next needle, both of those behind the latch, knit off, transfer that over, and you continue progressing down the line. Then at the end, you knit the last stitch off. I always knit one more, and that's what I'm going to pull through to secure that last stitch. So once you cut your yarn, pull your tail out, and there you have your latch tool bind off. It is very rigid. I like these on shoulder seams because they will sit very nice and steady. It is hard to get a consistent tension, as you can see, but it's a nice sturdy seam and fairly quick to do. So the next bind off would be the crochet bind off, and to do that you need to be sure to have extra tension on your dial that you can increase up, because we want this next row to have as large of loop as possible. So once you finish your pattern, increase your stitch tension as high up as it will go. And I even pull down on the fabric just to give as much weight down, because I really want these stitches as big as possible. And then starting at the edge opposite of where your yarn is, so I'll start over here, pull these out. You take your latch tool and you go in and you pick out the first stitch and slide that off. And then you want to go into the next stitch, slide that off, and you can see the first stitch is behind my latch on the latch tool, and the second stitch, the one I just pulled off, is still in my hook. I want to pull that through. I'm going to insert again. That first stitch goes behind my latch, pull that stitch off, pull through. So this is like a crocheted cast off. You just keep working down the line, pulling one loop into the next. And then the last one you go through, and then go through the yarn still connected to the mast. And then once you cut your tail, that's the part that will thread through to secure it. And there you have your cast off. Still somewhat stretchy. Again, it's going to be dependent on how large you can make that last row, but it is a nice clean bind off, very similar to what you would do with hand knitting. The next one is called the alternative transfer tool. It is very similar to the transfer tool that we used before. However, there's one little extra step to give it a little bit more stretch. And this one, you begin just like we did before, transferring one over and knitting that one off. But now, and then we want to transfer this stitch over, just like before. So far we're good. But now we want to move this stitch back out, move our yarn over it, and then we knit it off. So now we'll move this stitch over. We're ready to knit this off, but we want to move this needle that we just moved from. So we move the needle that we just emptied, wrap it around, and then use it to knit off. Transfer that over, move the empty needle out, wrap it around your yarn, knit that off. And this is just giving a little bit of extra yarn depth, extra yarn yardage to those stitches so it won't pull so tight. If you are on a metal bed, you could even wrap around your sinker posts. All right, at the end, just knit one more through that last stitch, cut your tail, and I want to pull that one off. Now these are still on my hooks, so take that off. And there you can see that bind off. It gives a lot more, so you can see the difference between wrapping around the needle and then the regular transfer tool bind off. A lot more give with that extra needle in there. So this next bind off is again another alternative for the latch tool. And what we begin, again, just this regular first one we knit off. But now we want to make sure we leave this first stitch with extra give, a big loop, and we're going to slide that needle out. We're going to come in from the back side of the loop, twist it around, and hang it. And this is the figure 8 bind off. So again, you pull that back, leave a big enough loop so that when you pop it up, you can slide your transfer tool through that loop. Twist it so that it becomes a figure 8. And rehang that on the next needle. Knit a loop off, leave a big enough space. Just like the alternative latch tool cast on, this wraps around the needle, giving it an extra space. But the figure 8 gives a little more decorative element to the final bind off. Now that one I did not leave a big enough loop, so I'll just pop that up. Remember to insert your latch tool from the back side. This one does take a little more coordination, a little more patience, but you just can't go into that hook that's on the needle to slide the stitch off. It's a little more finicky. At the end, like all the other ones, that last pull through, pull one more through, cut your tail, and then pull that one through to secure the last stitch. And there's the figure 8 bind off. So you can see it is very stretchy, it is very open, it flares out. Here was the single without just going over that extra needle. So you can see it gives just a little bit different detail, that one more little stitch detail of the wrap in between. But again, a very wide bind off. So the next bind off is the back stitch bind off, and similar to the gathering bind off, you take your tail of the yarn and thread it onto a needle. And what you're going to do is go into the first stitch, into the center, and then out the center of the next stitch. Now I'm going to go into this third stitch over, but come back out the center of the one I just took off. And I'm going to continue down the line, going to the next open stitch and out the back side through the center of the next. I'm working my way down all the stitches to back stitch those live stitches off the needles. And at the end, you go through the last stitch. Just going to go back through there. One of the easiest, not a bind off, but easiest way to get your piece off the machine, just run it over without any yarn on top or being threaded in. And that is your back stitch bind off. Very stretchy, goes in very nicely. So to recap, there is the back stitch bind off, the figure 8 bind off, the alternative transfer tool around a needle, the standard transfer tool bind off, and the crochet bind off. And the gathered bind off. I hope these methods help you decide what will be best for your project. Please be sure to like and subscribe so you never miss out on any other great patterns from City Farmhouse Studio. Thanks again. Bye.